In a sleepy suburban neighborhood, nestled under a dense canopy of trees, the clock strikes midnight. The scene transitions to a quiet, dimly lit house where the protagonist restlessly paces in the living room. Scene 1 opens with the protagonist glancing out the front window, a sense of unease palpable. Scene 2 follows, highlighting the street, eerily silent and bathed in a ghostly glow from the streetlights. In Scene 3, the protagonist's eyes widen in horror as they spot a shadowy figure far down the road, standing starkly against the dim light, watching intently. Scene 4 marks the arrival of unsettling occurrences inside the house. Lights begin to flicker sporadically, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. Scene 5 heightens the tension as faint, unintelligible whispers seep through the silence, seemingly coming from no specific direction. By Scene 6, the protagonist's fear escalates as the sound of distant footsteps echoes through the hallways, despite the house being empty. Transitioning to Scene 7, the protagonist peers out the window again, only to find the shadowy figure has moved closer. Now looming at the end of the driveway, Scenes 8 and 9 build on this fear, showing the protagonist looking away briefly, only to return their gaze and find the figure even closer. Scene 10 culminates with a shadowy figure standing mere feet from the house, face still obscured. Scene 11 shifts focus to the interior, where the atmosphere grows more oppressive. Doors slowly creak open on their own, and objects mysteriously slide across tables. In Scene 12, chilling cold pervades the room, causing the protagonist to shiver uncontrollably. By Scene 13, the figure is seen in fragmented reflections in mirrors and windows, but vanishes when looked at directly. Scene 14 depicts the protagonist's frantic attempts to make sense of the haunting. In Scene 15, tension peaks as the protagonist tries to flee, only to find the shadowy figure blocking every exit. The figure's whispers become clear, repeating the protagonist's name. Comprehensive terror fills Scene 16 as dark shadows stretch across the room like creeping hands. Scene 17 envelopes the room in darkness, save for the moonlight casting the figure's long, ominous shadow. Scene 18 captures the protagonist's despair, trapped and powerless. As the climax nears in Scene 19, the shadowy figure steps into the house, revealing itself as a grotesque, distorted entity with eyes glowing menacingly and a sinister, toothy grin. Scene 20 blurs reality and nightmare, with surroundings warping unnaturally. In Scene 21, the protagonist backs into a corner, their fear palpable, every breath labored. Scene 22 displays the figure looming over the protagonist, its presence almost suffocating. In Scene 23, realization dawns on the protagonist as the figure speaks in a guttural voice. It knows where you sleep. The final Scene 24 captures the protagonist's face, frozen in abject terror, and Scene 25 closes with the screen slowly dimming to black, the haunting whispers echoing in the darkness. The unnerving ambience is heightened by stark contrasts of deep blacks, isolated moonlight, and creeping fog, ensuring every scene teems with dread and suspense.